Hello you absolute legends, welcome to the wonderful Meadows, a very nice biome in the world of Valheim, filled with lush greenery, as well as some little flowers. Plenty of wildlife to hunt for both predator and the man. Very cute little thing. Plenty of water, teeming with life, both fish and reptile alike. And best of all, we have mushrooms. They're so cool, just like you. And because you're so cool, you're gonna like the video. A documentary about the Meadows. Hope you enjoy. One day, back at home, I was simply having lunch with my fellow Vikings, but we must have been very drunk, because one of us, and I do not remember who, had the idea of going to the 10th world. Yeah. The 10th world, also known as Valheim, under the tree Yggdrasil. Now I was thinking, what kind of dumb idea is that? Until I went to sleep and realized that, wow, I would really like to go there and make a documentary in all of the biomes in Valheim. So here we are, but I still thought it's a joke. And during the next 3 months, that joke became very close to being reality. We built a giant ship, but the problem was that only one of us could actually go through the portal that leads to Valheim. And after flipping a coin, the one destined to come here and survey the whole area was me. And here we are. I still can't believe that little joke came to this. And yes, I do know there's a brute right behind me, but I do not intend on causing harm to the creatures of Valheim. I'm here to show you how beautiful the meadows are. So let's go. And after weeks of traveling the sea, I finally arrived to the world of Valheim, in the biome of Meadows. And I'm ready to explore this whole area and show you the beauty of it. And that's a bear right there. Best not to mess with the bear, right? Yeah. In the Meadows, you're gonna come across a lot of those stones down there, so let's actually check what they say. There's many different ones, so let's see what this one says. Oh, and this seagull, if you get too close, he will run away. But for any archer fan, you do want to kill them with a rock from afar to get the feathers. But who would be so mean to do that? Hopefully not you. Let's make our way to the stone. I've heard rumors about these stones having a chance to have a lot of boars around them, which is a very nice meat source. Heed these words of Ulf, a poor settler in a strange land. You will find here good stone and wood, all you need to build a house. You will need to craft a roof to keep out the rain. Then you will need walls to stop the roof from falling down. Finally, you must have a door or it will be much harder to go in and out. These things Ulf has learned for himself. Now he writes them on the stone to help others. Pray to Odin for his soul. I do not know who Wolf is, but thank you, brother. Thank you. But I do not agree with the door thing. I think without a door, it's easier to get in and out. What do y'all say? Oh, there's a deer. That's cool. Let's see what it's doing. Seems to be drinking water, which is very essential for all creatures, apart from the undead in the Black Forest, of course. But this is about the meadows. In the meadows, you might find some skeletons walking around by mere chance, but mostly you will find these beautiful little creatures called deer, which I can't believe people actually hunt for their trophy. Wonder what them trophies are used for. Let's not bother you, little fella. It's getting nighttime, so I think we should make a campfire. All you need to make a campfire is a couple of rocks and some wood. So let's get that. It is quite nice that no neighbors or homeowner association is going to talk shit to you because of a campfire. No, here you make a campfire, watch out that it doesn't burn the forest, and you are all good. There we go. I'm going to rest here until tomorrow. Maybe sleep a little bit. But see you tomorrow. My camera isn't really good at recording at night. So for your viewing experience, see you at dawn. Oh, and don't forget, you're cool and amazing, but not as cool as me. It seems to be getting daytime again, so let's set out on a journey and find more things here in the meadows. Hell yeah. It's a bit foggy, of course, because most times here in the world of Valheim, especially in places near the sea, you will see morning mist. And due to the morning mist, I cannot see anything. I can barely see the stone that we read earlier. Wow. A bit dangerous, a bit scary even. Is it safe to roam around? I saw a news article about someone being attacked by a bear through the fog. He was not ready for it. Damn. Guys, do you see that? That is a greyling. And I think it saw me. Yes, indeed. It did see me. Let us try to hide. I will actually show you a trick. If you exit the line of sight of an enemy, and then you log out and log back in, it should lose aggro of you. And because you're not violent, or I'm not allowed to be violent on camera at least because of my contract with NBC, let us act like we're friendly towards greylings. I will tell you a little bit more about greylings any second now, but let's see if the logging out thing works. Do you see? It did work. It actually worked. Let's take a closer look, shall we? It did not work. He saw me. So what we're going to do is eradicate. Greylings are a pest. They are a way to get resin, of course, but if you see greyling in the wild, in the meadows, please make sure that you kill them. They are very annoying, they will start throwing rocks at you. And the best thing you can do is either kill them or be very tanky and ignore. But you cannot ignore someone that does 0 damage but annoys you too much. Just like a woman. To further examine the types of wildlife we have here in the meadows, the next most important animal here is the boar, right after the deer. And the reason the deer is more important is because of how they eat. See, the boar is going to eat berries and they're going to dig up the ground for special mushrooms called truffles. And they also eat mushrooms from the ground as well, but they do like to dig. But deer? Oh, deer are going to eat the grass. But what these have in common is that when they poop, it becomes compost. And compost is good. Look at how cute that little dude is. I've heard they make great pets. I actually know a friend in real life that has a pig as a pet. But once they grow, oh my lord. Look at that sassy walk. And speaking of mushrooms and berries, let me tell you some fun facts about those. But maybe before we do that, let's talk about the most important plant in the whole meadows. You see, the meadows is a biome with a very loamy soil. The reason that it's so loamy and uncompacted is because of these dandelions. Dandelions here in Valheim, just like in real life, they have a big rootstock that is very thick. And once the plant dies and starts decomposing, it's going to allow the dirt around it to fall into the space where the rootstock was, slowly decompressing it over months and actually over years. So if you have dandelions, please do not use weed killer on them. Let them do their job and decompress your soil. You will thank them later. I love dandelions. And if you want salad, you can pick the young leaves from the bottom and eat. Hey, the more you know. Hey, who's that dude over there? Oop, oh fuck. Oh shit, wait. In the forests of the meadows, we have a lot of beech trees. And some other types of trees, but the main thing is the beech tree. They are the lords here. But actually they are not. The real lords of the whole meadows biome are the mushrooms. For a very weird reason. You see, mushrooms did not appear first. What first appeared was grass and then trees. Trees made this area into a forest, while the mushrooms made this area into an immortal forest. For example, these two mushrooms are just the fruits of the whole underground phenomena called mycorrhizal fungi. If we go here to these other mushrooms, they're actually all connected to the ones we just saw. And the network between these fungi, mushrooms, they actually are used and shared with the trees. The trees are going to connect to the network of the mushrooms. They all share stuff together. Meaning that yes, from tree to tree, using this mycorrhizal fungal network, they're going to share nutrients. If this side has a lot more water than that side, the trees are going to share, or sorry, not water, nutrients. Water's a bit different there. So let's say that big oak tree has a lot of nutrients in the soil, but here a couple of trees they do not. Well, you can bet money that through the network they're going to share. They're not like humans, they actually do share. Because they're part of a community, which is called the forest. I was about to show you these raspberries and why they're so cool, but then I saw some greylings harass me. You see, greylings are mostly made out of wood, out of plant matter. They're quite special. They have bigger cousins called the grey dwarves, but luckily in the meadows only the little greylings spawn. The way you deal with them is you get a weapon and you have to shoot them. And then you reload and shoot them again, or with a sword. And now we can actually look at these raspberries. This is a raspberry. Well, it's a raspberry bush with a lot of raspberries on it. They're only to be found growing in the Meadows region, sadly, because they're great food in my opinion, even though they don't offer a lot of stats. But the reason they're so special is because they're so big. But apart from just being big, like your mom, the reason that they're big is quite fascinating. Okay? Now hear me out, and you will not believe this. They are so incredibly big because the god called Thor sometimes passes by in this region of Meadows. He's going to fly over the sky and he likes to poop like a pigeon. And depending on where that poop falls, right, the little pooplets, because he never poops clearly, he has a lot of pooplets. Everywhere that the pooplet drops is going to have a new raspberry bush, because his pooplets have a raspberry seed. No one knows how. Even Zeus himself doesn't know how. But we will not question it and simply enjoy the beauty of them pooplets. Look at how big those raspberries are. And yes, they might have a little tiny bit of flavor from Thor's poop, but it's so little that you will probably not notice it. Unless you really focus on it, but then you would be a psycho. It's like people that are into farting. You know, the fart fetish people? Yeah, we do not like those. But yes, very fun fact about raspberry bushes. And now, off to something even cooler. We are going to hunt deer, because in the world of Valheim, there is a chance for animals that you hunt to drop special trophies. Now those trophies can be used for decorative purposes, but what we are going to use them for is something special. You see, in the Meadows there's a god that you can summon. The god of hunting, called Eikthyr. And Eikthyr is going to allow you to have a special ability, a special god power. Which I wonder when I go back to my own world if I will keep that power, because it is quite a good power. So let us find one of those Eikthyr shrines where we can put 2 trophies as a sacrifice for him to spawn. But first I have to kill many more deer. Here, deer. Come here. Psst, 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 psst. Okay, while trying to look for deer, I came across this thing. And sadly, they can spawn in the meadows. If you encounter one of these things, beware that it will probably and absolutely maul you to the ground. While they mostly eat berries, those raspberries with Thor's poop particles, they also like to eat human meat, or Viking meat. He actually looks kinda cute, doesn't he? Just a bit too big. Hello, Mr. Bear. Or are you going to eat my viewers if they don't like the video? Oh, thank you. How nice of you. You heard it there, boys. You heard it there. You know what to do. Anyways, back to deer hunting. Let's have a little montage of me hunting deer. Two deer trophies ready for sacrifice. Oh, and there you go. Okay, let's go to one of the 8th tier summoning spots. Ah, what a beautiful view. I'm going to enjoy this view a little bit and rest before I fight 8th tier. But if you turn around behind me, there's something that we might see across the meadows. There's gonna be quite a few of these abandoned structures. And what they are is settlements that are usually abandoned but made by the little greylings. At least that's how it seems. Am I sure they are made by the greylings? I think so, because I have seen a couple of these where they are maintained by the greylings, and they even have berries, or sorry, raspberries and boars tamed to work for them. So you might think those greylings are really annoying, but they're clearly not as dumb as they seem. Otherwise they wouldn't try to get 50 of them to kill you when you're mining copper in the Black Forest. Guys, we found the mystical altar. There are a couple around the meadows, but this one is the one we're gonna use. So let's ready up and kill 8th tier, simply because we can. Boss music incoming. Oh shit. Luckily, I'm very overpowered and can easily beat him. That really sounded like your mom last night. Anyways, what you can do now with these antler trophies, you can make a special pickaxe called the antler pickaxe and go mine copper. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure 99% of you have known that already. Oh, but what you cannot do is you cannot craft this crossbow and this spear, because it is from a mod. Anyways, before I go back to my ship and rest for a little bit before checking out all the other biomes in Valheim, I want you to know that I had a lot of fun making this, and that I really hope you enjoyed watching it, be it while eating, while gaming, while falling asleep. It does not matter. Okay? But please tell me down below if you want to see me do this for the Black Forest. And I'll put 10% more effort, because every video should be a little bit better than the last. Alright, with that out of the way, I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Wait, we cannot end without a cinematic shot though. And so, the Meadows was the first area that we explored, which was very fun and quite interesting. Our next mission is the Black Forest, but for that we have to rest a little bit on our ship, and maybe even make a base to be able to craft some better gear to be ready. And I have not told my family before I left back at home that I think I'm forever stuck here. But we're gonna think about that problem maybe in the future. Maybe. For now, let us enjoy the beauty of Valheim. See you next time.